All right, we've taken care of kind of cleaning up a shop workhorse that's put in a lot of time and effort, a lot of miles on it, and now we have it brought back up to something that looks really great, ready to take its place in the shop, and frankly, could go right back into my workshop without a problem. But there are a few things that I want to add to the bench and build for the bench that will extend its capabilities even further. The first thing of those is this T-track that I want to recess into the front edge of the bench. Now why? This workbench is all about work holding. So we have the row of dog holes that circle the bench, the slots for clamping, but with the T-track here, we'll add a track that faces the front and then a second one that's up at the top surface to be able to expand those opportunities and to add some fixtures to the bench as we go along. In order to do that, the shape of this track has a wide flange at the top and then a deeper, shallower section where the track components are. In order to do that, you could do that with a handheld router, but I'm going to show you how to do this over at the table saw with a dado blade. Here's our situation. I have the top of the workbench, and then I've just set the track in place more or less where it's going to go. It just needs to go down into the piece. So because of the overall size here, I'm going to need to make both sets of cuts in several passes. The first thing that I've done is I've put a wide dado blade in the saw, and using a test piece, I've established the blade height so that it matches the thickness of this flange on the track. So I'm going to make that part first. I'll do probably, I don't know, it's probably going to be about 3 passes to get to the full width. I think this is about 1 7/8 inches wide. And the last couple of cuts are just going to be trimming ones to make sure that it fits. After that's done, the second part of the rabbet for the track is going to be a little bit more taxing on the saw. You can see I've raised the dado blade here to match the thickness, the full thickness of the track portion of this. It's a pretty hefty cut on this first one. I'm going to do this in 2 passes, maybe a third for a final trim, but those last ones are removing far less material and will go a lot easier. I'm going to use screws to attach the track to the bench top, and I want to make sure that the screws are at least level with the surface of the track and not sticking up. Now, even though this is a shop project, I took the time to lay out a symmetrical arrangement of screws on here, starting with a center line and then working my way out for that. To drill the pilot holes, I did that at the drill press. I set up the fence and then had a little spacer underneath to support this flange of the track while I drilled out the pilot holes. Once those were all done, I swapped out for a countersink bit and set the depth stop so that the countersink will accept a number 8 screw head. Actually leave it just a little bit below the surface. So I'm ready to install it here. I've clamped it in place so that I don't have to try and hold on to it while I'm doing this. I'm going to use a drill with a self-centering bit on here to drill the pilot holes first, and then I have another drill set up, benefit of working on TV, to drive the screws home. The driving force behind this workbench is creating a knockdown work surface that you've made yourself with a lot of shop-made accessories to go with it. That doesn't mean you can't add a few pre-made items like this T-track. What it does do is give you the option for another way to secure a workpiece to the surface of the table using hold downs like this, but with the track on the front opens up something that you can't usually do with this bench. That's if I slide a clamp in on one side, another one on the other here, And now I can hold a workpiece vertically along the front of the bench. That's something the bench couldn't do before, and now it opens up a whole new range of options for the projects that you're working on. Next up, we're going to add a couple of shop-made features to this that will expand its capacity even further.